Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today. I am Jordan Webb, a 10th grade student at Florida A&M University Developmental Research School, and a charter member of the 2nd USCT. On behalf of the 2nd Infantry Regiment, U.S. Colored Troops Living History Association, we welcome you to our 2021 Essay and Art Contestants Award Ceremony. Today we are proud to celebrate our winners. Please welcome Sergeant Major Jarvis Rogers Sr., President of the 2nd USCT, and the Honorable Diane Cox, who is actually not present right now, who will assist in presenting our awards.
Good afternoon. Excuse me. The 2nd Infantry Regiment, United States Colored Troop Living History Association. Our mission is to preserve, protect, promote, educate, and interpret the accomplishments of the many African Americans and the abolitionists that fought to end the tyranny of slavery and oppression in our country during the Civil War era. Our efforts include programming and promotions of youth engagement and teach usage of Florida Department of Education's approved lesson plans about the history of these soldiers and the countless others during this period. Among our activities is an annual Season of Emancipation essay contest for the middle and high school students. And for the first time this year, we're having an art contest for kindergarten through 5th grade students as well. I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank you all for your encouraging your youth to endeavor to make themselves better with the expression of art and as well as language. Okay.
For our art competition, students were asked to create a picture showing how the USCT soldiers were made to feel upon returning home from the war. These brave soldiers left their homes and families to fight for the Union during the Civil War. They believed that people held in slavery would be set free if the Union could win the war, and they did. Certainly, they were worthy of a hero's welcome, and our elementary students gave us wonderful interpretations of those celebrations. And now for our winners. Our kindergarten and 2nd grade winner is Kenji Walker. Kenji is the son of Rukiah Cox and is a kindergarten student at the Tallahassee School of Math and Science. He enjoys donating toys and clothes to others, participating in his church's Young People Department, and miming, playing arcade games and roller skating, spending time with his brother, and of course, art. Please welcome Kenji and his mom, Mrs. Cox.
This is my picture. These are my houses. These are the people. These are my soldiers. And this is the path so the soldiers can go home. And the people's happy. Trees, leaves, and the night sky is blue. That's it.
We want to thank you for your artwork, your beautiful display of the soldiers there. We want you to continue doing so. And what we have for you right here is a check for your efforts that hopefully can buy you some more crayon and ink, blackboards, and all that stuff just so you continue. It's a $75 check to award you for your efforts. And again, thank you. Outstanding job. There you go. All right.
In the 3rd to 5th grade category, our 2nd place winner is Christopher Small Jr. Christopher is the son of Mr. Christopher Small Sr. and is a 3rd grade scholar at Springwood Elementary. He is a member of the Springwood Chess Club, Springwood Lego Club, and a Kingdom Kids ministry at Abundant Life and Restoration Ministries. He plays baseball for Northwest Little League and enjoys creating and building marble and Hot Wheel tracks as well as skating and riding his bike. He is joined here today by his dad and Springwood Elementary Principal, Miss Sylvia Myers. Please welcome him.
Good morning. My name is Christopher Small. I go to Springwood Elementary School at Chess Club, and I do the Army people going home with their children and wives with a band and fireworks, saying freedom. That's it.
Thank you. Did you want to say anything, Chris?
Just thank you all for the opportunity. If not anything else, I think this was a great opportunity for our young artists to get some exposure as well. And he's already looking forward to next year. And so we appreciate you all continuing to invest in our community and doing things for Lincoln County schools as a whole.
Outstanding job there, Christopher. Don't go anywhere. We have something for you. We want to continue your efforts in being an artist, and hopefully this check for $75 will help in doing so. And an outstanding job, beautiful portrayal of the soldiers coming home and just what it felt like to do so. All right, outstanding job. Thank you. All right. Okay. A little gift bag for you.
Our first place winner is Walter Walker III. Walter is the son of Rukiah Cox and happens to be Kenji's older brother. Walter is a third grader and attends the Tallahassee School of Math and Science. He enjoys donating toys to others, participating in his church's Young People Department and miming, playing arcade games and basketball, roller skating, and spending time with family and friends. Walter couldn't be with us today. Accepting the award on his behalf is his mom, Miss Cox, and his brother, Kenji.
Okay, he's not present at the moment, but I do want to say thank you, and I'm sure he'll be great, very, very excited because he loves doing artwork. And thank you.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you for representing Walter here. That's a great depiction of the soldiers coming home. That's what it's all about. We gave them a theme, and they just took it and ran with it. And he did an excellent job being our first place winner. We want to thank him for his efforts and just want to encourage him to continue. As our professional artist, Mr. Lester Richardson mentioned, if they got a passion for it, let it grow. Passion, and they're showing in their work there at an early age the passion. So we want to continue to support you all. Thank you for being a part of our first of art contest, and you're really getting us off to a big start. So just let him know that we appreciate it, and we're going to present him with this check also. And tell brother he got to share because you represented him. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Lester Richardson, and I'm a local artist here. Much more than local, I would say a district and maybe an international or national artist here in Tallahassee. I've been an artist since I was middle school. I had a passion for art, and of course, that passion still grows on today, and it has grown to be a good opportunity for me, my family, and the people that surround me. I want to encourage those interests, the people that enter, and I want to hope that your desire for the arts will continue and be an asset to the community in which you may live. Some encouraging words is just, if by chance your passion is the arts, follow your passion, because that's the most satisfying thing. I think I can be involved in my passion. I may do it. Your passion you're going to do anytime, whether you get paid or not. And in my case, following my passion, of course, I would say I always use the term, it's like an itch. I have to scratch that itch. And of course, it's been very beneficial for me and my family. So, congratulations to all that are involved in the arts. Keep it going. Study, sharpen your skills, and you will find that the arts will be the most satisfying thing you can have. Even though if you don't go in the arts, you do it part time, keep it up, because one day it'll come to pass. It'll come back around, and of course, it'll be beneficial to you. So, thank you so much for being here and participating in the arts, and congratulations to all the participants that was involved. Thank you.
We're excited about our winners. We're excited about our youth expressing themselves in art. And we're also going to move into our expression of essay and writing. But you know, when we, the 2nd Infantry Regiment, United States Colored Troop Living History Association, in our presentations and reenactments and displays and going out to the schools, and each year we do at the Raleigh Museum, which we're an affiliate of, a blended lives where all the 4th graders in Leon County come out and be a part and get a part to see a part of history, because we're working with our youth. You know, our youth is our future, but they also are our present. Florida has mandated a law that's supposed to teach this history, African American history as well. But when we're introducing to youth and young, we have to kind of, I tell you, when I speak amongst adults, I kind of feel in the comfort zone, but I feel like a child when he speaks to adults. When I go down, I have to say, okay, how are we going to do this so they can get it? And you know how children are, principal, you know that we have to do it on their level. But many times we have to think of a way to do it. And sometimes when I speak to the youth, I kind of have to put them in that position, put them in that time frame, put them in that category of being enslaved. Like the pictures that the kids were printing there, that soldier coming back home. Because many of the African American soldiers, over 209,000, did not leave their homes like their white brethren did. They left for the God-given right of a home. And there's a prayer that I used to say to the kids. You know, many of them saw the movie where the soldiers circle around, they said a prayer in the movie Glory. To let them know and get it feel. It says, let me live so that when I die, I might have manners and I would know what to say when I meet my heavenly Lord. Say, let me live with the musket in one hand and the Bible in the other, so that if I should die at the muzzle of the musket, I shall know that I had my blessed Jesus in my hand and I had no fear. That I left my wife and little children in the land of bondage, and I hear my little ones cried every night, where, oh, where is my father? But when I die and the blessed morning rises, my feet shall stand in thy glory. Bid one foot in the water and bid one foot on the land. And then, O Lord, I shall see my wife and little children again. That kind of puts them there, and then they kind of open up their eyes and their mind to see and maybe concentrate and listen to what we have to say. So we celebrate our youth today, and we celebrate our young artists and our young writers as we continue to educate us with them doing what they need to do to be our future that we're looking for, and the bright future we expect and we see and we see. Thank you. And we're moving into our essay portion. Okay.
And now for our essay contest. Throughout the Civil War, individuals wrote letters and kept journals, leaving us with first-person accounts of historical events and daily living during the years 1861 through 1865. Middle school students were asked to create a journal page that reflects a day in the life of a United States colored troops, soldier, or a civilian. Our middle school winner is Amari Struble. Amari is the son of Quasher S. Flood Struble and Bruce Struble. He is a 6th grade student at the Tallahassee of Math and Science. He enjoys 18 mentorship and entrepreneurship. He is joined here today by his mother and his mentor, Dr. Clay. Please welcome Amari.
Hello, my name is Amari Sinclair Strobel. I am in 6th grade and I go to the Tallahassee School of Math and Science. Here's my essay. July 2nd, 1864. Today we were camping outside of a town called Vicksburg. Some of my troop were surprised I knew how to read when I told them what the sign said, but they knew if I told anybody I might go to jail. We were stationed near the front of the sea and saw some of the residents were starting to crack. Then they started to yell at us. We don't have much food and the days are hard, but at least we have good spirits. July 3rd, 1864. Today some men with cars delivered supplies to us. We didn't get as much as the others, but still had enough to eat. I sometimes wonder, could things be different? Could I be celebrating with my family instead of fighting this war? But if I wasn't here to guide my platoon, who knows what will happen. But at least I know fighting this war will help so many others. July 4th, 1864. Today we took the town. It was a hard-fought battle, but we took it. Me and my men tried to go in, but when we did, some civilians started throwing rocks at us, so we had to leave before things got escalated. We did find some enslaved men and women in the town. They were locked in the cellar so we couldn't find them, but luckily one of us heard them yell. Well, July 5th, 1864. While we were sleeping, somebody lit fire to our tent. We all got out, but it was still dangerous. The picture I had of my wife was gone. After that, we were assigned to repair trenches in case there was an attack to reclaim the city by the Confederates. There were other black platoons there too. We talked and exchanged stories. July 6, 1861. While we were patrolling the town, some men with guns started to fire at us. They hit Luke's leg, but he's okay. We fought them off, but Luke's leg had to be cut off and he had to be dispatched. Hopefully we can leave the town soon because I cannot take much more of this.
Mari, we want to thank you, Mari. We want to thank you for your essay, thank you for your efforts, and thank you for putting in the time.
You're welcome. It was an honor.
Yeah, well, yes, a lot of time, I can tell, we can tell. But we want to thank you and inspire you to continue to do so. Okay, appreciate you being a part of the 2nd Infantry Regiment USCT's Living History Essay Contest. We're looking forward to you to continue. And for doing so, we want to award you right here with this check to inspire you and provoke you to continue to do so of $100. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Okay.
High school contestants were asked to write an essay themed, "If I Could Thank a Soldier of the United States Colored Troops." The essays incorporate major events or social changes that occur in the aftermath of the war and efforts to reunite the country. Our second place winner is Taylor Williams. Taylor is the daughter of Jamia and Peter Williams and is an 11th grade student at James S. Rickers High School. She is a member of the Delta Gems Tallahassee chapter, which provides with tools to enhance their academic success and community service opportunities. Participant of FAMU Program of Excellence in STEAM, and dances with the Maddox Youth Dance Company. She also enjoys playing guitar, writing, and reading. She is joined here today by her parents, her sister, and her teacher, Ms. Jennifer Sullivan. Please welcome Taylor.
If I could thank a soldier of the United States Colored Troops, I would thank them for their bravery. Willing to join the fight of a country that has ridiculed and beaten them is a heavy feat. In 1863, black soldiers were officially called to battle. All of the men were ready and eager to fight. In the end, over 180,000 black men had served. The aftermath of the Civil War was a steady process to free enslaved people of African descent. Reconstruction was a failed attempt at restoring and reuniting the country, along with bringing back the Confederate States, but also protecting the freed black community. The Emancipation Proclamation didn't take much effect on freeing the enslaved either, but it wasn't a total loss. The Emancipation Proclamation was a symbol of potential freedom for slaves. It also led to the long-term abolishment of slavery. The black troops made it their duty to stand and fight in a war that they didn't need to. Then after it was all over, they still stood tall and fought for their rights. I am able to walk around this country as a free citizen because of them. I am able to vote and simply go to school with people of all colors because of them. After the Civil War, the movement of freeing African Americans kickstarted and allowed my people to have the rights that I have today. There were so many that fought this change, like with the creation of black codes. The black codes were passed in the South in a way for Southerners to deny freedom to all black people that were kept there. Even though the black population were pushed back, the South ended up in military reconstruction, and the Civil Rights Act and the 14th Amendment were able to be passed not long after. People of color have been in the shackles of oppressors for years. The United States Colored Troops were brave to step behind a line and fight for those who have brought them down. Their bravery inevitably allowed for there to be a push for change. That push, it was what permitted African Americans and even other people of color down the line to have rights. Life for us now may not be perfect, but it's at least a huge leap from where we were before. Therefore, if I could thank a soldier of the United States Colored Troops, I would thank them for everything. Thank you.
Great, outstanding, Taylor. Great. And I want to thank you for your kind words and the essay that seemed that you can tell it came from the heart. And you expressed it that way, and we appreciate you. And for that effort, we're going to award you with our second place winner of a check of $100. Continue to do so. Continue to make everyone proud. You got a good supporting cast here that are behind you, and we're behind you as well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our first place winner is Caitlin Shipley. Caitlin is the daughter of Diana and Paul Shipley, an AP 11th grade student. Caitlin attends Leon County High School, where she participates in the Marine Corps JROTC and Leon County Guard. She is joined here today by her parents and brother, Zachary Shipley. Please welcome Caitlin.
Sic Semper Tyrannis. Thank you to the colored troops. Thank you for the perseverance that no other part of history has come to face. It is but the purest of souls that could give up their life to a country that so far had not given anything back. Such actions of yours have led to many positive consequences that we as Americans have no one to thank but to you, our colored troops. You composed 25% of the Union Navy, yet only 1% of the northern population was African American. You clearly overrepresented in the military, playing a more decisive role in the Civil War than any American archive is to give you credit for. Many history textbooks seem to skim over some of the more gruesome details of the difference between a United States colored troop and a, quote, regular troop. Some of these differences included unequal pay, tough and dirty jobs, and inadequate medical care. And that is just the beginning. If a black captive was caught by the Confederates, there were deadly consequences, including being hung or returned to their original slave owner. I would like to take a pause in this moment to acknowledge all of the suffering you, among thousands of men, were put through just to make a difference in this world, a world that anyone else would have viewed as terrible. Through all this time of unequal treatment and deadly working conditions, you saw light at the end of the tunnel and kept fighting for a brighter future. And I could do nothing more than to thank you profusely for your acts of service. All of this being said, the things you were put through really paved the way for Americans today. Frederick Douglass made a statement that has stuck with me and many others when he stated, "Once let the black man get upon his person the brass letter. U.S. let him get an eagle on his button and a musket on his shoulder and bullets in his pocket, and there is no power on earth that can deny he has earned the right to citizenship." And that you did. During the Civil War, not only did African Americans march their way into the military, but they also took charge wherever they were placed. In addition to their infantry positions, you and many other African Americans did as much to establish schools, lodges, churches, and literary societies. In your way of doing this, it showed to the world that it was time for a beginning of a new social order. The African American society that was known as lacking mental ability and being dependent and irresponsible were now the faces of a new beginning. With this new beginning came the Emancipation Proclamation. Everything for which you fought for this long road you traveled finally has some good. Because of your actions, the 13th Amendment emancipated all slaves, no matter where they were. Houston Hartsfield Holloway, a newly freed man, wrote, "For we colored people did not know how to be free, and the white people did not know how to have a free colored person about them." This was new and uncharted territory for everyone involved, but you and African Americans nationwide seized at the opportunity present. During years after the war, many organizations took the opportunity to learn. Former slaves, from grandparents to children, finally had the opportunity to sit in a classroom together and soak up all the knowledge they possibly could. With the protection of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments and the Civil Rights Act of 1866, African Americans everywhere got to enjoy freedoms like voting, acquiring land, and seeking employment and using community accommodations. I would like for there to be a moment of reflection for those who may not have known the impact of the United States colored troops. Without the bloodshed of those who fought, the freedoms we have today would have not been possible. My sincerest gratitude goes to those who fought with the United States colored troops, and for those who fought for a change we so desperately needed. Thank you to the colored troops.
When you have a passion for something, you can express it. And I can see that you had a passion when you expressed that in your essay. And we want to thank you for being our first place winner. And we want to reward you with this check for $200.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, outstanding, outstanding. Let's give our young students another hand. Outstanding. There are many who inspire to be artists, who inspire to be writers. And believe it or not, we've seen some of those here this morning. And we want to continue to motivate them and push them to do so, because we've seen some young talent here today. We have with us in our midst also a local author and writer who is works many articles throughout the state, throughout the city, and we want to have her come forward now and just kind of say an encouraging word to our students in their writing, in their essays. We have in our presence our local writer and historian, Ms. Ann Roberts, if she would come forward there.
When I hear children read their essays and show their pictures, I'm awed. But I tell you one thing about me. I will steal, so you better hold on to those copies. I might put it in my next presentation. My name is Ann Roberts. I am pure, unadulterated African American from 1865 when my family came here until the present time. Even my children still live in Tallahassee. We love it. We enjoy it. It's what it's all about. And because my mother came out of Cuthbert, Georgia in 1865, I know all about my little area called Frenchtown. So when people start talking about Frenchtown, you say, well, you better go and ask Miss Ann. She's been here forever. As a matter of fact, I'm probably the only person in Tallahassee who still lives in the same house they were born in. And I remember when I first started work, and I started work as a teacher. I was a teacher for many years until I was awakened. And, and during that time, it was just amazing to see what children could do. I love them. I enjoy them. Now, I have had teachers who say, I love all children. Well, I didn't love all children. But I love that exceptional child who showed an interest in what was going on. And I see it here today, the exceptional child. The exceptional child. And the good thing about it, the majority of our children are exceptional. I tell you where children fail most, when parents don't support them properly. That bothers me to no end. That bothers me, that hurts me. The public often doesn't help. But these children today are inspirational because they are achieving in spite of everything. And the young lady's presentation, I think it was the second one, where she says that now we can walk in freedom. How many of you say now we can walk in freedom? It's demonstrated every day that we cannot walk in freedom. But it's the best belief in the world. Believe that you can achieve, you can walk in freedom, you can do anything you want. And the little antsy boy over there who was all excited about his little picture, I just love him because he is just a little boy. So mama, let him be a little boy, but encourage him. Encourage him. So it's just marvelous to see this kind of presentation. And I'd like to see Brother Jarvis expand it. And we get to be in a big auditorium where everybody can see that we are somebody. Jesse Jackson taught us that one. We are somebody. So to all of you who are writing and painting, I'd like to say continue. Continue. Make notes on everything you encounter because you don't know when you can put it into something that you will write. And you're feeling it. You will write. You will write, and you will write well. And you will write better than all of us who have gone ahead. You will paint better than all of us who go ahead. But study the works. Find out who painted what. And let nobody tell you that you come up short. You are great because you come from great people. I am great because I come from great people. Bro Jarvis is great. Everybody in here is great because our people are great. And we must continue. We must continue. One thing about many of us, what this thing has done to us, this disease, has stopped us from chatting with each other and hugging because we are hugging people. And right now, I'd love to give everybody who has participated in the arts and in the essays, I want to give you a big hug. So just reach out your arms and just feel my hug. I love ya.
You know, with the programming that we're doing, Walk Through Living History Festival, it's part of our season of emancipation. Our season of emancipation came about in celebration May 20th, when the Emancipation Proclamation was read on the steps of the Hager House, which is now the Knott House. That's one of our involvements that we do. And we also have been working. We want to honor and congratulate the county, Leon County, for being the first county in September 2020 to recognize Emancipation Day, May 20th, in Leon County. We've been working with the city. I want to congratulate the city also. We have someone that we're going to bring up that's representing the city to follow suit, to make May 20th the official holiday and a paid holiday of our Emancipation Proclamation. And we're working with the state also. I think we've moved that a little further because, everybody hears about Juneteenth, June 19th. Juneteenth is a good phrase. Juneteenth is good for the state of Texas when General Granger rode in there and in Galveston, Texas, and read General Order Number 3, the Emancipation Proclamation as well. But Florida's history is May 20th. That is the one we should celebrate. And we have someone here, we have one of the greatest city commissioners in the world. With her hard work and dedication, she's just tireless. And we want to thank her. And I want to have her come forward today, Commissioner Diane Williams-Cox, to say a word to us. Commissioner Cox.
Thank you so very, very much. I am a triple dipping today. I'm making my way around town, and I have my 3-year-old grandson with me. I told his parents it's time for him to find out what grandmama does. And so he's rolling with me. He's helping me out. So if you hear somebody in the back, that's it. I am so glad I was able to get here in time to hear some of the presentations. That's an art, Ms. Roberts, that we don't have anymore. We grew up in the church reciting at Christmas time, Easter time, and declamation contests. I remember in 7th grade, I came from Quincy. I was in a declamation contest. I was Casey at the bat. Y'all don't know if y'all know that story, but Casey at the bat struck out in Mudville. It was a bad day in Mudville, but this is what we need. We need writers. We need authors. We need artists. We also need people who can declare the word, because that's our culture. That's our culture. We are known for being able to be great orators. When you hear Mr. Rozier cite his so many things, we just loved it. We're just like in awe when we're listening to him. And others, I was just listening to Miss Roberts, just standing on the shoulders of those who've gone before us. It is we're in a blessed place. Tallahassee is a blessed place. The rich history, the fact that General McCook came to Tallahassee to read the proclamation, the Emancipation Proclamation that freed slaves, and they left their buckets and their baskets in the fields and walked into freedom. We cannot let anyone erase that history. We cannot. We've got to stand up. There's been a small band of us who've been proclaiming all throughout the state of Florida that our history is May 20th, not Juneteenth. Kudos to Texas for Juneteenth, but we did it first. We don't make any excuses, and we don't accept any. May 20th is our Emancipation Day here in the state of Florida, and we must proclaim that. We have on the books, has been on the books for 25 years. The fact that we're supposed to be teaching African American history in all 67 school districts, that law has not been fully implemented. But there are laws that some will make sure get implemented, such as some of the laws that got passed in this past legislative session. But for 25 years, we have allowed this law not to be fully implemented. That must end, because if we had that law fully implemented, we wouldn't have to convince anybody what our Emancipation Day was, because we'd already know, because we've been educated on that. And coming from the good school system in Gadsden County, we learned that. We knew that because we were taught that. And I know in Leon County, it was taught, and it's still being taught. I encourage you, young people, parents, family, supporters, let's go and proclaim our history. Don't let anybody else tell us our history. Let's know our own history, and let's share it. Don't accept what others tell us we are. We tell people who we are and what we stand for. And what we stand for is the truth. We stand for what is right. And our future is so bright, so much brighter, because of you young people who've taken the torch and you're moving forward with it. I'm so pleased and proud to be here with you this morning. I told Mr. Rozier that, you know, I got grandmama duty and I got a couple of things going on in the city. We got a Southside Action Plan activity going on. That's why I'm dressed like this, because I got to be, as Coach Gaither said, I got to be mobile and agile. I don't want to be hostile, but I got to be mobile and agile. So I got my loafers on and we're moving. So congratulations. Keep up the great work. I'm with Ms. Roberts. Let's expand this thing. Let me know what we need to do. Let's get it in an auditorium, because we need more. We more and more. The young man, I don't know how old he is, but he's so sharp in his tie. I miss his presentation, but I'm looking forward to him growing up in this and bringing my grandson, who today is just riding with me, but he can learn. He goes to Brownsville. He can learn. They can learn, but we've got to teach them and we got to support them. And it's great to see you parents here supporting this morning. Thank you for what you're doing to make our city great and to keep our city great and keep moving forward. A special hello to my sorority sister right here on the front row. One of my good, I call them my babies, the ones who come after me. Those are my babies. Thank you for being here and being of support. Thank you all. Don't hesitate to let me know what I can do to be of assistance to you in this city. We're all in it together, and it's going to take all of us. You know, they said it takes a village to raise a child. Well, guess what? It takes a city, a county, a state to raise a whole heap of them. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to raise them on this side so that nobody on the other side, you know what I'm talking about. You know, we want to do it on this side of the cell so that nobody on the other side of the cell has to raise our children. Not in this city, not in this county. God bless you all, and thank you so very, very much for this opportunity.
On behalf of the 2nd Infantry Regiment, United States Colored Troop Living History Association, I want to thank each of you and each participant and your help in telling the story, celebrating the heroic efforts of the African Americans and others who fought to end the tyranny of slavery and oppression in the state. I want to thank the parents for your children's participation, and we thank Commissioner Cox, we thank Ms. Harris, and we also thank Mr. Alyssa Richardson, our resident artist, for taking the time out of their schedule to come out and salute our students. I also want to take a moment to recognize the judges, Ms. Lynette Campbell, Ms. Valerie Clements, Ms. Susan Kelly, Ms. Shashika Ma O'Reilly, Sylvester Peck, Mr. Anthony Williams, Benita Williams, and Victoria Williams. We want to thank Ms. Jordan Webb, our MC for the morning, for the afternoon as well. We want to thank her for doing an excellent job today. We'd like to thank each and every one. We want to thank our very own Ms. Cecilia Saluki and Ms. Jacqueline Edwards, who coordinated this year's event and did an excellent job. Great job. The students and art essays are available on our website, will be on our website, and we'll make sure that everyone gets the website address. As we move forward today, we enjoy the liberties that made just many 2 generations ago never got to see. Please be reminded of the sacrifices of the gallant soldiers of Uncle Sam, those U.S. colored troops, who remain nameless in many instances, but gave no less to ensure that we have great opportunities that we have now. There's no greater sacrifice than the one willing to give his or her life so that others may live and prosper in freedom. So today we reflect upon our brave soldiers, reach out to your favorite, and do so in a little special way. Say thank you to them. We want to make sure that hopefully that you have a safe and prosperous day. And again, we want to thank each and every one for coming out and making this day a success. Thank you.